Imagine a time when homes buzzed, not with Wi-Fi, but with the hum of little machines that promised to make life easier, cleaner, or just plain fun. From avocado-green blenders to space-age toasters, the 1960s and 70s were decades when every new invention felt like the future had arrived, right in your kitchen. Families gathered around catalogs dreaming of gadgets that could shave minutes off chores or add sparkle to daily life. Some of them became legends. Others disappeared quietly, tucked away in basements, replaced by sleeker, smarter, and colder versions of convenience. So let's rewind to a time when chrome gleamed, buttons clicked, and every hum meant progress. Here are 15 household gadgets from the 60s and 70s that quietly vanished forever, and why they still live rent-free in our hearts. 1. The Percolator Coffee Pot. Before single-serve pods and touchscreen coffee makers, there was the percolator, that cheerful pot that gurgled and hissed every morning. In 1960s kitchens, the percolator wasn't just a gadget, it was a ritual. The aroma filled the room long before breakfast began. It brewed strong, sometimes too strong, but it felt alive. You could hear your coffee being made. Drip machines replaced it in the 80s, promising perfect flavor every time. But perfection lost its music. Even today, the sound of a percolator bubbling on the stove feels like a heartbeat from a simpler, cozier time. 2. The electric can opener. There was something futuristic about an electric can opener in 1968. Mounted proudly under the kitchen cabinet or standing tall on the counter, it whirred with efficiency. Housewives clipped recipes from magazines promising it would change your life. And for a while, it did. But like many mid-century marvels, its novelty faded. By the 1990s, most people went back to simple handheld openers that didn't need cords or counter space. Still, the electric can opener remains one of those charming reminders that even the smallest chore once felt like progress, one smooth circle at a time. 3. The popcorn maker. Before microwaves did all the work, popcorn night was a little ceremony. Hot air poppers and electric kettles made their debut in the 1970s, noisy, glowing contraptions that filled the house with the smell of butter and anticipation. Families crowded around, waiting for the first pop, then the flood of golden kernels spilling out like treasure. But as microwave popcorn took over in the 80s, the old machines gathered dust in cupboards. Fun fact, some poppers came in bright oranges and yellows to match shag carpets and Formica counters. They were loud, messy, and absolutely wonderful. 4. The console stereo system. Every living room once had a centerpiece, a massive wooden stereo console. It wasn't just a record player, it was furniture, often built with polished wood and glowing dials. Parents played Sinatra or Fleetwood Mac while kids danced on the rug. Some models even hid radios, 8-track players, and liquor cabinets. The sound was rich, but the feeling was richer, families listening together. When smaller stereo systems and cassette decks arrived, the consoles vanished, often ending up in garages or thrift stores. Today, they're vintage gold, reminders of the time when music wasn't something you streamed alone, but shared out loud. 5. The hand mixer with chrome finish. Long before cordless kitchen gadgets, the handheld mixer was a shining star of modern homemaking. Chrome-plated and heavy in the hand, it buzzed with confidence as it whipped batters and mashed potatoes. It symbolized the domestic pride of the 60s housewife, sleek, efficient, and stylish. But as lighter plastic versions came in, the sturdy chrome ones faded away. If you ever find one at a thrift store, plug it in. The sound, that steady hum, instantly brings back the smell of birthday cakes, Sunday mornings, and kitchens that smelled like home. 6. The Sunbeam Mixmaster. The Sunbeam Mixmaster was more than a mixer, it was a fixture. Sitting proudly on the counter with 2 glass bowls, it promised to make baking effortless. Mothers swore by it. In the 1970s, ads showed it as a family heirloom, something reliable enough to hand down. But as styles changed and mass-produced appliances took over, the Mixmaster quietly lost its place. Still, those who owned one remember it fondly. It wasn't just a tool, It was part of the rhythm of the home, the software that meant cookies, birthdays, or comfort was on the way. 7. The Fondue Set. Nothing said 1970s dinner party like a bubbling pot of cheese or chocolate surrounded by friends in bell-bottoms. Fondue sets were everywhere, copper pots, long forks, and colorful skewers turning a simple meal into an event. It was interactive, social, and delightfully messy. Fondue felt exotic, imported from Switzerland, and perfectly matched the decade's obsession with conversation and style. But as fast food and casual dining took over, the ritual faded. Who had time to melt and dip anymore? Still, the word fondue brings back that warm glow of friendship and maybe a little taste of melted nostalgia. 8. The pop-up toaster with chrome trim. In the 1960s, toasters were tiny art pieces. Chrome sides, colorful knobs, and that perfect ding. When breakfast was ready, many models were built to last decades, and they often did. Families relied on them every morning, their mirrored sides reflecting sleepy faces and butter knives. But modern toasters, cheaper and lighter, replaced the classics. Plastic took the place of steel, and quiet replaced charm. Still, that satisfying pop, followed by the smell of toasted bread, can pull anyone back to a simpler breakfast table, one filled with chatter, jelly jars, and the sound of a day beginning right. 9. The corded hair dryer bonnet. Beauty met science with a 1960s home hair dryer bonnet. It looked like a space helmet, connected by a hose to a noisy motor. Women sat under it reading magazines while the warm air puffed around their heads. It was a symbol of self-care, glamorous, and practical. Every teen girl dreamed of having one for slumber parties. But as handheld dryers became stronger and faster, the bonnet dryers disappeared. Still, you can almost picture it. The hum of the machine, the scent of hairspray, and the feeling of transformation from ordinary to confident right in your living room. 10. The electric knife. It seemed like the future, a knife that moved for you. The electric knife carved holiday turkeys, hams, and roasts with mechanical precision. It buzzed like a miniature chainsaw, and every dad wanted to be the one holding it. In the 1970s, it was the ultimate symbol of modern hosting. But over time, most families realized a good carving knife worked just as well, and with less noise. Today, you'll still find one buried in a drawer somewhere, waiting for a Thanksgiving encore. It's a little silly, a little clunky, and completely unforgettable. 11. The bread box. Is it bigger than a bread box? Became a national joke in the 60s because everyone had one. Usually made of wood or enamel, the bread box kept loaves soft and safe from curious pets. It was one of those quiet essentials, sitting proudly on countertops beside the toaster and salt shaker. But as packaged bread with preservatives hit the market, people didn't need them anymore. The boxes vanished, replaced by plastic bags and cluttered counters. Still, the bread box represents something deeper: care, freshness, and the idea that food was meant to be handled with love, not just convenience. 12. The 8-track player. Every cool home and car in the 1970s had one. The 8-track player, with its chunky cartridges and satisfying click, brought the soundtrack of the decade to life. Families played Fleetwood Mac or the Eagles during dinner, and teenagers stuffed the glove box with tapes. It was the first taste of portable music, the freedom to choose what you listened to. But as cassettes and CDs came along, the 8-track disappeared almost overnight. Still, its sound, warm, imperfect, alive, remains a symbol of the analog age. When you didn't just hear music, you experienced it. 13. The blender with glass pitcher. Before everything went plastic, blenders had heavy glass pitchers and loud metal blades. You could feel the power in every shake of the counter. Mothers mixed milkshakes, soups, and baby food, and the glass stayed cool and solid. It was built to last, and many did. When lighter, cheaper blenders appeared, the old ones faded away. But people still searched thrift stores for them, drawn to their durability and vintage charm. Because in a world where things break easily, those solid glass blenders remind us, Once upon a time, quality wasn't a luxury, it was the norm. 14. The Polaroid Camera. Okay, not exactly a kitchen gadget, but it lived in every 1970s household. The Polaroid Camera was instant magic. Take a picture, wait a minute, and watch life appear in your hands. Birthday parties, road trips, babies' first steps, all captured, shaken dry, and tucked into albums that still sit in closets today. Digital photos may be sharper, but they can't match the joy of holding that warm, fresh print. The Polaroid gave us patience, anticipation, and the beauty of imperfection. Each photo a one-of-a-kind memory you could never replicate again. 15. The avocado-green appliance set. No gadget list from the 70s is complete without color. Avocado green, harvest gold, and burnt orange ruled every kitchen. From blenders to fridges, these tones screamed modern. Home magazines swore they'd never go out of style, but by the 1980s, they were everywhere. And everyone was tired of them. Stainless steel took over, wiping out the era's bold charm. Still, nothing says retro home like an avocado fridge humming softly in the background. It's not just color, it's character. The kind that reminds us progress may bring polish, but it rarely brings personality. Looking back, these gadgets might seem quaint, even funny, but they represented something big: optimism. Each one was a promise that life could be better, brighter, and just a little easier. Today, our homes are smarter, cleaner, and quieter, but sometimes too quiet. We've traded hums and clicks for touchscreens and silence. Maybe that's progress. Or maybe we've just lost the sound of living. Which of these gadgets do you remember? Or maybe your parents still have one tucked away somewhere. Share your memories in the comments. I love reading them. And if you enjoy rewinding time, don't forget to subscribe to this small channel. Every week, we bring the past back to life, one forgotten sound at a time.